Hey everyone, Alex here for Bright Dog Academy. If you'd like me to personally answer any questions you may have about your dog, be sure to head over to brightdog.com where you can learn about my online training program, plus pick up a copy of the official Bright Dog Academy ebook.
Puzzle toys. If you've watched any of my other videos, you probably know that I talk about puzzle toys a lot. So this video is going to cover them in depth, alright? So, puzzle toys, what are they? Basically, I call puzzle toys any type of toys that you can put food into, right? That's just what I call them, puzzle toys. Because that's essentially what they are. It's a puzzle. Your dog has to think and work and figure out, how do I get the food out? And puzzle toys are one of the greatest tools for training your dog. Puzzle toys do a lot. It helps, all things it can help with. Dogs who bark, dogs with separation anxiety, dogs with destructive digging, dogs who do jumping, you can use them for. Dogs that have any kind of behavior problem, you can almost apply puzzle toys and use them to help give your dog an alternative behavior. Because that's essentially what we're doing. When we give our dogs puzzle toys, we're saying, you know, we're giving the dog a choice. We're telling them, this is what I want you to do. When you give your dog a puzzle toy with food in there, he's always going to choose food over chewing up the couch, or digging a hole in the backyard, or barking at the squirrel, okay? Food is the highest priority, so that's why we use puzzle toys, because it's a way of saying, you know, to our dog, this is what I want from you. That's essentially what we're saying. Hey, dog, do this when I'm gone. Do this. Work on this toy. Okay? So, puzzle toys are something that we want to take advantage of. Now, what do we put in them? Be sure to check the PDF guide, because I have a huge list of different stuffings, but just some ideas. You can use regular dog treats. Right? Dog treats are fine. You can use human food. What else? Anything, basically anything that your dog likes, you can put in there. Now, this doesn't just go for puzzle toys. You can do this with bones too. Now, if you're going to give your dog bones, it's very important that the bones are raw, because cooked bones can splinter. I group bones in with puzzle toys because they're kind of the same thing. The only bones I give my dog, I'll go to Safeway, some supermarkets, wherever they have a butcher, and you can buy actual marrow bones, but I get them raw. Raw bones don't splinter. The dog will get all the marrow out of the bones, and now I have a bone that's empty, and that turns into a puzzle toy that I can shove food into there. One little trick that I like to do is I take my dog's kibble, I'll take the puzzle toy, and I put the kibble in there. Alright? Just regular old dog food. And then what I do is I take that kibble and I run it under hot water. So what happens is the kibble gets really hot and swells up. And then, once the kibble's swelled up and, you know, all mushy, it looks gross to humans, but the dog will like it, then I take the whole toy and into the freezer it goes. And the next day when I pull it out, that entire toy is now frozen. And you can do this with anything. Any kind of stuffing you put in there, try freezing it. It makes the puzzle toy last much, much, much longer. Alright? There's a lot of different types of puzzle toys that you can use. I'll have a link to some toys below this video here. But take advantage of these, because puzzle toys are a great tool to use. Anytime I'm going to leave my dog alone, I always leave him with some sort of puzzle toy. Now, you want to test them out first, okay? Make sure that before you leave your dog with the puzzle toy, you give him one and you watch him and watch how he interacts with it. Because it is possible that once he gets through the puzzle toy, we don't want him to then be chewing up the toy. And there's different toys that, you know, some dogs, like my own dog for example, I have so many puzzle toys I've lost count, but there's some puzzle toys that if I give him with food in it, once he gets the food out, he could care less about the toy. There are other puzzle toys that once he gets the food out, if I let him, he would just sit there and chew that toy to pieces. So when you try puzzle toys, test them out first. Give them to your dog at times when you can watch him to see what he does afterwards. Because you might find that you end up having, kind of like I do, some puzzle toys that your dog can have unsupervised, and some puzzle toys that he can't. If you notice he's chewing up a lot of them, try the marrow bones. The raw, okay, very important that they're raw. marrow bones. You do that. Once they get through that, now there's a whole bone, and you can shove food in there. The raw marrow bones, unless you have a very, very large dog. I have a Rottweiler, dog with one of the strongest jaws there is, and even he has trouble making any sort of dent on those marrow bones. So that would be an option if your dog's destroying the toys. But essentially, anything that you can shove food into works as a puzzle toy, and it's definitely something you should have in your arsenal for training dogs.